G'day folks, welcome back to the start of the week with 20th of February 2024. This is the Nat Gas update, covering also some ETFs. Now, overall trend is bearish. Now, we do have a couple of divergences currently in play. There's a new support that's been reached, and we possibly may bounce from that, but again, there's always possibilities and probabilities, no guarantees. I'm going to show you a new indicator which has been added recently. We're going to continue that in the video series, which helps identify tops and bottoms. And we've also got, stay to the end, we've got the latest on Biden's natural gas pause bill. So I've got a few charts to go through, and I don't apologise for the busyness of these charts, but they're there for a reason. So we've got first off the trend charts, which shows the weekly, daily and hourly. I'm going to go through the same process for each of the instruments. So this is the commodity price for the natural gas. You can see on the weekly, we're in a bearish ADX 25, bearish on the CCI 400, and the CCI 150-hour divergence indicator is also bearish. And I'll give you some examples of divergence further on the hourly especially. On the daily, bearish outlook on the ADX, bearish on the CCI 400, and you can see there the price is moving in line with the CCI 150, which we use as a divergence. There was a bearish divergence back there. The price fell off. But more closely, if I blow up this CCI 150, you can see there's a bullish divergence on that, with the CCI moving to the upside ever so slightly. And if you see that on the price chart, that same period is actually declining, so that's actually a bullish divergence, which we may see a bounce from there. Now as well, I'm going to move that support from that previous support level down to that level there. And these support resistance lines that I draw are typically representative of changes, typically with the Elliott wave changes. I don't follow the Elliott wave strictly in terms of the up and down steps, but I just give you these support resistance lines as a directional area where they may change. So on the hourly, you can see there more closely, we had a few bullish divergence playing out there, and we've currently got this bullish divergence on the CCI 150 versus lower lows on the price, and that's possibly starting to bounce off that new support. As I said, on the hourly, the CCI 400 and the ADX, well, the CCI 400 is broken to the upside, which is also bullish, but the ADX is still showing a bearish momentum. Now, jumping to the charts that identify possible tops and bottoms, this is again the weekly, daily and hourly. So what I've got here is this indicator down here, and the video to demonstrate this indicator is attached in the description below. I'm just going to go through how to use it. So again, this indicator shows that there's a bit of bullish movement along these bullish arrows, and that eventually did change. And then we had these potential changes to the downside of these red arrows, which indicate oversold situations according to the indicator, and then it breaks further to the downside. So you can see there in each of those little areas, this is on the weekly, there was oversold pressure, and it's started actually overbought pressure, and actually started breaking to the downside with a bit of a retracement. More, again, we look at clusters, more oversold, overbought pressure again, and it dropped down again. And up here, when it hit these peaks, more overbought pressure, and in alignment with this bearish divergence, it also fell. And then currently, in the last probably year or so, we've seen a lot of overbought pressure, so it possibly may bounce, and no sign yet on the weekly in the latest week. On the daily, you can see there more closely those highs and lows. So this is sort of similar to a zigzag, if you like, a zigzag program, but where the zigzag is dynamic and changes, these are set. So where you see these arrows forming, according to this indicator, they don't change. Instead, in this case, you can see there was potential buying pressure. It bounced up, and currently we're seeing no more buying pressure or oversold pressure on the daily. Notice on the hourly, same sort of thing applies. All these tops hit, and selling pressure went to the downside, and likewise in each of those little retracements, buying pressure was given. So again, notice there's no selling pressure currently. There was one little one there. It fell, and currently there's all these buying pressures. So that's a sign that we may see a bounce possibly. I'm not telling you to buy in these areas. This is simply giving you an indication of a potential up move. So that's on a natural gas price. Next we go to the ProShares Ultra DJ UBS, BOIL, and I'll go through these fairly quick. so I don't bore you too much. So again, bullish on the weekly. It's showing a bearish outlook on the ADX on the weekly, but we've got a bullish divergence on the CCI 150 versus pricing is still dropping off. On the daily, bearish still on the pricing. You can see there the price is dropping lower along with the ADX. There's also a bullish divergence with the CCI 400 and also a bullish divergence with the CCI 150 versus the price. So we may see a bounce from there. On the hourly, we've got, again, a fresh break to the upside on the ADX, so possibly further move to the upside. On the CCI 150, that's moving in line with the price, and the CCI 400 is broken up through its moving average, so possible bullish movement. On the tops and bottoms chart, let's call it, again, you can see there the buying and selling pressures on each one. More recently on the daily, now that's showing buying pressure, even though there's a bullish divergence in this, and the price is declining. That's a bullish divergence there if you go back to the previous chart. And on the hourly chart, that's showing more buying pressure, although it hasn't turned yet. So we may see a bit of a turn off this support level. Next, we look at the United States Natural Gas Fund, UNG. So let's just wait for that to populate. Here we go. So bearish on the ADX, bearish on the CCI 400, and the CCI 150 is moving in line with the price. On the daily, bearish and bullish divergence on the CCI 150, and on the hourly, fresh breakout to the upside on the ADX. The CCI 400 is also just about to kiss the CCI 400 moving average, and the CCI 150 is moving in line with the price off that support. Off the highs or tops and bottoms charts, the weekly, the buying pressure in the last few months actually, during the weekly chart. Buying pressure currently on the daily, and you can see there that's in alignment with this bullish divergence. And on the hourly, likewise, all buying pressure based off that support line, the fresh support line there. Lastly, we go to the ProShares Ultra Short Bloomberg Natural Gas Fund, KOLD. So again, this chart's showing bullish movement on the ADX, bullish breakout above the moving average on the CCI 400, and bullish movement on the CCI 150. You can see the bearish divergence on the daily versus the price, and it's bounced off that resistance with that nice big bearish candle. And you can see the ADX is still positive, although just be mindful we've got a bearish divergence, and the ADX on the hourly is bearish. The CCI 400 is also bearish, and the CCI 150 is also moving in line with the price, and it's bouncing down from that resistance. On the tops and bottoms chart, we've got, again, buying pressure, but no selling pressure yet on the weekly. There's a bit of selling pressure back there, no selling pressure at these new highs there. And on the hourly, we've got selling pressure at the tops there off that resistance again. So in terms of some economic outlook, this is the natural gas analysis. So I've got storage levels are currently comfortable. Significant withdrawals for winter heating could tighten supply later in the season. Ongoing tensions in the Ukraine and potential disruptions to LNG exports could impact global supply. And continued cold snaps could further push prices up, while milder temperatures could bring relief. Now, in terms of Biden's natural gas pause bill, the US House passed a bill on February 15th aimed at reversing Biden's pause on approving new liquefied natural gas exports, while Republicans support the bill, citing job creation and energy security for our allies. Democrats and some experts view it as an unlikely long-term solution due to environmental concerns, and that pauses minimal impact on European energy supplies in the near future. Just put that insert in terms of some feedback given by a couple of viewers. So also, just be mindful, the overall trend is bearish. We've got some bullish divergence in play with a new support created. Hopefully you got something out of that new tops and bottoms chart that's added. And if you got value out of the video, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Support us more on the Patreon page, where you can see weekly scans of bullish and bearish fresh breakouts on blue chip shares. Thanks for watching, and see you in a future video.